Good morning, everybody. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. Good morning, everyone. Everybody up and about this morning?
Yes.
You know, we're almost halfway through the month of December already.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it goes by so quickly. So that means that we're going to be starting a new year in about 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And I know that a lot of people are looking forward to a new year. Some people are apprehensive because of the way
looking backwards to a new year.
Yeah, but some people are apprehensive because of the unknowing of the new year's gonna bring. The way I like to do things is we can actually create our own lives and create our happiness and create how we feel. And so I'm talking about something this morning. Let me ask you this. Do any of you that are watching have a vision board? Do you make a vision board yearly, or do you have a vision board? Raise your hand. Nice and high, so we can see them. Okay, great. For those of you who have a vision board, how many of you have things that have come true, or do they work for you? Raise your hand. That would be us. And I've made a vision board for the past 2 years, and they work. Honest to God, they work. And they work because it's a visual representation of the life that you are creating, and it embeds the things that you're visualizing into your brain, and you automatically start heading towards creating that in your actions, in your aligned actions. That's how it works. Doesn't mean that you just slap something on a board and all of a sudden poof, it lands up in your life. What it means is once you have a visual representation of that on some sort of a board, and I'll show you mine in just a second, your brain takes an imprint of that, and then as you take action going forward, aligned action towards your goals, you automatically start heading towards the things that you have on your vision board. And it truly, truly works. Tonight, my business partner and I, Dr. Jane Mims of Guild Coaching, that's the business that we own, we're going to be doing a webinar or a workshop on how to build a vision board. Because there's a certain way to do it. There's a certain way to build your vision board and to be able to manifest or create the life that you want to create. And so we're creating a new year coming up, 2021. And I want to show you my
vision
board. So a lot of people have a virtual vision board. A lot of people have a small vision board. Not me. No. I have a big, huge vision board. It's big poster size, and I keep it in my room next to my bed. And I visually look at it every day. I have money on here. I have everything that I want to create and build in my life is on my vision board. And actually, I have 2 sides to it. That's how big my vision board is. So I have sort of a work side and a personal side. And we're going to teach you tonight on the webinar how to build your own vision board. And you can make a small one. Doesn't have to be as big as this if you don't have room to keep one, which is cool. Or you can do a virtual one on your phone or your computer, which is kind of neat. But we're going to teach you how to do that. I will put a link in this live video on this free workshop. It's tonight at 8 p.m. Standard Time, which is 7 p.m. Central Time. And then we also have the same workshop going on Saturday at 3 in the afternoon. It's a great opportunity to do something with the kids if you have children or family members. It's sort of an arts and craft type of thing along with a mindset thing. So that's what we're doing. And I'll put a link for those of you who are on my Instagram, if you can follow me or find me on Facebook, you'll be able to find a link. And I'll see if I can post that on my front page as well. Thank you for joining me today. And we're so happy to have everybody here with us. We are here to actually do a kettlebell workout.
Yeah.
So we have David Hills, who's an RCC certified kettlebell trainer. We've got Bugsy. Bugaboo, you joining us today? Huh? Want to say hi?
Spinning around on the floor.
And Bugaboo's here with us this morning. Say hi, Bugsy. And so we're going to get a nice little warm-up going, and then we'll do our workout. Thursday morning, we're almost to the end of the week, so it's a great time to get up and get off your seats and start your foundation for your life, which is getting our bodies in shape and prepared for our lives.
All right, let's begin.
These are hops, and I'll say it again. I've said it many times. If you're sitting, you need to stand up. Get up off the couch, put your coffee down, and just at least do these. You drop your shoulders down, and you're just doing a nice little hop. You don't have to hop up off the ground. You can actually do this if you'd like.
Let's work your way up to 5 minutes.
It's so good. And it just releases all of that tension that you may have. A lot of times when we first wake up in the morning, we're all stressed out because we're thinking about our day. These are arm drops, so you're bending your knees slightly and just flicking your hands down, pinkies first, sort of like flicking water off your hands. This is another really cool one. Heart openers. We're tapping our body as we come around and as we open up our arms, feeling grateful for everything that we have in our lives today. Able to wake up. We have a roof over our heads. We have a comfortable bed, food in the fridge. We have work opportunity. And then same thing with these. We're tapping the body. We did tapping yesterday, but we're tapping the body as we come around and do a little bit of a twist in the torso. And you don't want to torque your knees, so make sure you're turning your foot as you twist around. But this one feels good. Twist feels good, especially after a night of sleep. And of course, the move it or lose it move. And we're moving our hips for mobility. Just drawing a circle on the floor. And you can do this in whatever way you want. You can go side to side. You can go fast. You can do small circles. You can do this. You can do Hawaii. You can do dancing. But moving your hips every day is really what you should be doing. So Mom and Aunt Barbara, if you're watching and you're sitting, hop off your seats and move your body. These are just to get the knees pliable. So we're just, same thing, drawing a circle with your knees and ankles. And then we do some shoulder rolls. Getting that synovial fluid going in our shoulders. Warming everything up this morning before we swing that heavy metal ball up over our heads. Oh boy. You know, my legs are a little tender from yesterday from doing, we did quite a few lunges yesterday with some heavy weight. And I'm feeling it today, but that means, you know, that I worked that area, which is really what I wanted to do. And some head rolls. You just want to be gentle with this workout. It's not, with this warm-up. We're just warming up the body here. Ready for our day. And I hope you join me tonight for the vision boarding workshop. It's going to be a blast. My partner, Dr. J. Mims, will be joining me as well. She is a mindset coach. So if you don't have your mind heading in the right direction, we will help you. We'll help you get that going.
All right.
I wonder if.
What are we wondering?
Let's see. I wonder if sometimes my Facebook puts me on private. But I don't know how to fix it.
I'll have to
change it. Okay.
All right. Let's take our kettlebell, put it between our feet.
And which one should I be going with on this?
Go ahead and do the big one. Fold at the hips. Sit back. 2 hands on the bell. Seat the shoulders. Drive into the heels. Pick it up.
As you come up, squeeze your glutes. Tuck your tummy in slightly.
At the top of the swing, dig in your big toe. Your glutes fire with the big toe.
I think that always interests me is, you know, when you're trying to fire a muscle, you think of just that muscle, but in reality, other muscles is what fires it.
Bring it around behind you. Now, don't lean back. Keep your back straight. Push your hips forward. Let the weight of the bell assist. Stretching the psoas complex. All right.
That one always.
Bring it around.
I'm going to adjust your camera because you're not even in there. I'm going to have to do mine the other way by myself because you just did on yours on that side while I was.
And change direction.
It's sort of a warm up too. In a lot of ways.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like it for that very reason. Okay, you're gonna bring your feet a little bit closer. Bring the kettlebell to one side, holding it suitcase style. Get your hip moving. Hold at the hip. Your arm is straight. Pass it. Pass it back and forth.
And really what you're practicing here is using your core for the power.
That's right. If you're using your arm, you're doing it wrong.
You can feel it because you have to fire your core muscles in order to hoist the kettlebell.
Hold the kettlebell by the horns up in front of you. Prepare to do halos. 5 in each direction.
And this is another one I've talked about. You really have to have a good grounding with your feet. Your core has to be fired. Your body stays still. You're just moving your kettlebell around halo style.
5 direction.
It's good for your shoulders.
Yeah. Get it there. So we're going to do some stuff overhead. So maybe shift down to the lighter weight. All right. Handle north and south. Now, before we do, we're going to do some swing to the rack and press, but after that, we're going to do some high windmills. And I want to prepare for that right away. Now, the other day, we did our low windmill, hand on the hip, hand on the inside of the thigh, and we did our lift. We're going to move a little further ahead. We're going to keep our feet the same way. Imagine you have the kettlebell in the other hand in a press position, hand on the inside of the thigh, kick back, and only come down until your elbow rests on your knee, and back up to standing, so straight up. The key is to keep this arm plumb to the ground. Don't let it go to the side or forward or back. Keep your eye on it. Make sure your fist is pointed directly to the ceiling at all times. And return. So we're going to do 5 presses, swings to the rack and press. And then with it pressed, we're going to do 5 high windmills. So do this with me. Feet pointing straight ahead. Hold at the hip. Thumb back. Swing it to the rack. Press overhead. Check your lockout position. Return. Swing. Rack. Press. That's 2. swing. 3, 4, 5. Now, with it racked, turn your feet, hand on the inside of the thigh. Look at the bell. Keep your core fired. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull it in. Point your feet to the front. Change hands. Press. 3, 2 more. Turn your feet away. Hand on the inside of the thigh. Look up. Kick the hip back. 1. Set it down.
Oh, I liked that combination. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Because it really worked my arms. At the end, I was tired enough that I had to really work my shoulders and to stay stable and have my arms locked out.
This
I like that one.
this business of having the kettlebell locked out, arm all the way straight, and you moving underneath it, it changes the way that your shoulder is firing. Put your hand up over your head like so. This is your latissimus dorsi stretched all the way out. Now, bring it down and back. Now reach for the floor with your fingers. Bring it across like you're reaching into your back pocket. And now lift up on your hip. Now your lat is fully fired. So from here to here is the movement, the range of motion of your latissimus dorsi. To work that muscle through its entire range, we would start here and then bring it essentially back to, by going underneath it, bring it to that position. Fired the entire time. It's a perfect way to identify the firing of the muscle through its entire range of motion. You know how that works? It's actually...
So, you know what's interesting about this is when I used to hold my arm up like this, I couldn't get it all the way back.
Yeah.
So it should be adjacent to your ear, close to your head.
Yep.
I couldn't do that.
Right. So and the lat has to stretch enough to be able to do that. So you have to use the other muscles to overcome the lat in order to be able to do this exercise.
And also it helps with the range of motion in your shoulder.
Yes.
Doing this on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
Which is what my problem was. And I know a lot of people get injured in their shoulder. So this will help the range of motion and mobility in your shoulder, so there's less injuries when you're going to do things with your shoulder muscles or shoulder joints.
So what I'd like to do is our complex of swing, high pull, rack and press, snatch, and squat.
Okay.
I'd like to do that series, and I'd like to do, we do 10 of them or 5 of them?
5 at a time?
Well, we do...
I want to do a lot of them,
A lot of them? All right. I
but
think we should.
probably 5 at a time.
Okay.
So why
So
don't
we'll
we do,
we'll do a set of 5, and if we're ready to continue, we'll do another set of 5. How's that sound? So we
well,
do.
let's pick a high number to get to.
Let's do 10.
Okay.
It's swing, high pull, rack and press, snatch, squat on the left, and then on the right. That's 1.
Let's do 20.
20. Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, folks. Sit back into your hips. Swing. High pull. Rack and press. All the way to the bottom, all the way to the top. Squat. Change hands. High pull. Rack and press. Snatch. Squat. That's 1. Change hands. High pull. Rack and press. Snatch. Squat. That's 2. Pull. Rack and press. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And said, 20 of those is a tall order.
I was ready. You're using a really heavy bell though. I'm sort of in the middle of,
Those two?
yeah, this is kind of light for me. That's kind of heavy.
Yep.
So,
Okay. Put your feet on either side. Turn one way. Hand on the hip. Just like you're going down to do a little windmill. Now, grab the handle. Don't pick it up. Pull yourself lower. Put the other hand palm flat on the floor. Now, push your hip back. Don't pull yourself down. Back leg locked. Push the hip backward. Back up. Turn the feet the other way. Kick the hip back. Grab the bell. Put the hand on the floor. Fingertips, palm, whatever you can do. Now push the hip back.
we're just getting a nice stretch here.
Oh yeah.
Kind of tucked in, back flat.
Now point the feet both straight ahead. Come to the middle. Push the hip back.
Feels really good. If you have to bend your knees a little bit, you can, and then you can kind of straighten them as you stretch out. But this is a great stretch to do, static stretch. The back of your legs and your hamstrings stretched out.
We're going to do one more exercise. And there's a couple of options you can do with this. You can put your hand flat on the ball, or you can put your hand here on the handle. You're going to walk yourself back until you're in a plank position with the arm locked. So I'm up at a 45-degree angle. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see.
Actually, if you can come forward because you're not really on camera. Over here.
Perfect. Just like this. Or, like I said, you can do this like this just as well. So,
And you just stay there.
we're just going to stay there for a count to 10 on each hand. So, one hand on the bell, lock the elbow, kick the feet back. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change hands. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Pugsy's looking at us going, what the are you guys doing?
All right.
Cool.
That's good for one day.
Awesome. So happy to have you here. My sister on Instagram and along with somebody else. And then I'm not seeing anybody on Facebook, but I bet my thing is on privacy.
Set on prerogative.
Oh, well. All right. Well, thank you for joining us thank you for joining us, everyone, this morning for kettlebell workout and also the vision board. So if you don't have a vision board and you really want to make your 2021 better than 2020 has been, then we need to help you make a vision board. So we have a free webinar tonight. I'll put the link below if you haven't registered yet. It's easy to register and it's not too late to register for that. And then we have another class on Saturday. So tonight's class is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means 7 p.m. Central. And Saturday, it's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday, 2 p.m. Central. And Bugaboo says goodbye, sending you all love, joy, peace, happiness, and healing energies to any of you anybody who is suffering in the world today. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you right back here tomorrow morning, bright and early, 6 a.m. for the Human Empowerment Experience Kettlebell Training. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Have a fantastic day.